kick my off my stuff.
Yeah.
She asked me, she said, "What do you want me to take you to the eye doctor?" I'm like, why did you even ask? I didn't even bring that up. Yeah, kept asking because the way your eyes are all bloodshot red.
So,
And I said, "Inclined to watch TV today."
yeah.
I just hear.
Oh. Yeah, this will come out. I thought, well, we could kill a few minutes or something. My wife was talking to me about something about her eye appointment stuff. Her family, that's the only thing you want to do. Something you don't want to. It's like my family always. After a while, that's the way they treat you. But you know, I just took me a nap, and I woke up about an hour ago or so, and just having a conversation about some stuff, mainly about this person I've yet to meet, but my wife's seen her a couple times. Emily. So, I told my wife, I said, well, each time she's just sometimes she just looks, like I do. I like to just get on there and do certain things on like Facebook and stuff. I ain't really since hearing this good news. Ain't really hurting me none. Nobody don't show up on there because, like I told her, I said, if you meet somebody out here in person, it makes it a lot easier. If somebody was going to screw you over, they would screw you over, but at least you could say, hey, they did it in front of me, not behind the phone, not behind something. But this woman, this young lady, so nice. She's only, you know, she's only like 18, but she saw one of our videos not long ago and saw what we had, here at the house. 'Cause I put it out on some of the videos, but she saw the one where we put most of the stuff on the video, or at least the ring, at least. And she's done nothing but be nice, come up without us asking, saying, "Hey, here's my plans. Here's what I would like to do is in a couple of years become a teacher, yada yada yada, that kind of thing, and all this stuff my wife's come home and told me about. I didn't even know her name, till today, or today. So, I my wife went in there to get some medicine, and we found out her name was Emily. So, and but I told my wife, she was saying something about us not having anything. I said, well, we got something. We just got to steady the course. Gotta play it out a little bit. I told her, I said, yeah, the crack whore thing. She came up here and for some fucking reason or another, she let us, think that she was gonna be what the doctor ordered apparently, but she certainly wasn't. I mean, but anyway, yeah, I told her, I said, everybody's something to be able to just come up here and stay like that. I said, yeah, maybe a night or two, I could spare that, and it wouldn't get too bad. But I definitely, I'm not going to move stuff in here on top of what we got because we already got a landlord that's, hard to get along with as it is. The less I see of her, less I hear from her, the better. But this girl, she's right now. She's still staying with her mom a little bit, and like I told my wife, I said I don't know if she's told her or not, told her mom or not, but who cares? I mean, if she has, she has. She hadn't. But I said, this girl's only just basically starting her life, fixing to be out on her own. And I said she reached out there and was doing something that she didn't have to do. We laid out a thing that we'd like to see happen, but we didn't guarantee. And and she just practically opened her heart. Like I said, I haven't met her, but she did ask about me, where I was at, and all that stuff. And she wanted to have dinner with us or whatever. And I told my wife, I said, well, we'll pay for that. I said I'd do it anyway. We all three, if me and her get a plate, I'll get her a plate. You know, and that way she knows that, hey, she can, know that that'll help her know, that, it'd be part of a way to say, hey, then it'd be, whoever's turn to be, I told my wife it'll be we're giving her, some of our attention, and we gave her a card with our stuff on it and in our address and our numbers. But I told my wife I'm not going to be upset if she don't call or text right now. I said she works, a good bit of the day, and when she goes home, she's probably tired. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand, it's a lot on her right now. But I said over time, we've got about a year and 2 months, till she would potentially graduate. So I said, from school, that she definitely came out on her own, and she apparently knew what she wanted to do. She felt bad, and heard what we said about how the family stuff went and all that stuff, because I talked about it a lot. But we had a pretty good day, same as usual. Stuff at the house, and, TV, computer. I looked up some stuff on, Spotify thing, looked up some stuff, music, So, we get out when we can. My wife usually does our errands for us and stuff. We got to pay on our phone bill coming up for March. So I'm going to try to knock that out the first of the month. Just go ahead and put $50 or whatever, put a big part of it. But we're getting the free food anyway, March. Oh. But I'm saying we're going to put a big chunk of that money on that bill because it needs to be done. I hate waiting until the last freaking minute, because then it don't feel like you've paid it till it's time for it again. I kind of like having it. I like the way we do it, though. It's like if another one of the stimulus things came out, I could put $500 on it or something and put that thing to rest for a few months, but have some saved back, to tack on, because of our money and stuff. But yeah, I mean, looking into the future, apparently, I don't know, I guess she lives somewhere out here, around here in this town. Oh, 10 Mile? Oh, okay. So, like I said, a few things would change, on some things later on our stuff there, address, and all that stuff. And as far as that goes, if we do find something like this lady here works, like we hope she'll work out, and I'm sure she will, then by that time, we could ditch the payee thing if she wanted to, and if she wanted to do our own and have our stuff sent to where we were going to stay with her and do all that stuff, then, later on that we can arrange all that. And as far as, like I told my wife, I said, all three of us don't have to tell nobody nothing. And, as far as having anything like a normal married couple would, you don't have to. You can have your own privacy thing at home, and do things that way. She knows about it. She saw, she let my wife know that she saw the video. But yeah, we just didn't know that anything would come out, out of just throwing it out there. We had a young another lady the other day kind of give my wife a hard time. So over, why nobody wants what you are offering. Nobody cares. I told my wife, I said, give me that phone. I called that woman up. I mean, that thing rung like 4 or 5 times and went to voicemail. And I told her, I was like, hey, and she's a black woman. The one that we're talking to is in the local area. I don't know where this woman was. She only had a picture up. She didn't have nothing posted or nothing, no details. But I called her up and I said, hey, maybe people like you ought to worry about you. If this thing don't have your name on it and you don't care anything for it, all you got to do is pass go. You don't have to. You can pass this up. It's like Monopoly. You can pass this up. If you don't, pass go, you get $200. But in this instance, if you don't like it, pass this up. But because I told her, I said, nowhere did I say that it would happen or that it wouldn't. But if you were in our situation, with our way we've been treated, not only by family, but by people that I used to go to school with, my wife used to go to school with, all this stuff, you would probably want a third person too to take care of and make feel happy and good. And just cause it ain't a couple's thing or whatever. I said, I've seen this stuff out on the YouTube before. Or not just YouTube, but like on, you just put certain things in. And I came across it somewhere, or, and on the internet. And I thought, hey, this is what it's called, basically, the Unicorn Bestie. But we're going to take it and do, put our own little twist to it, and have it mean like a family thing, not just, it's not like, only thing we're going to do is have sex or whatever, But the thing is, we, said, man, it'd be nice if we just had something kind of like that would not have so much, stuff to have to worry about. And what she did have or didn't have, we could, manage. And this is what it is. I mean, this is exactly the way what my wife's come home both times, and told me, she, is real happy with just simple stuff. She don't do anything, like a lot of people, they are in some kind of crowd, either the smoke crowd, the drinking crowd, or the drug crowd, or whatever. This person cleans the whistle, she works. I told my wife earlier, I said, even though I don't work right now and she don't work right now, I said, if it come to it and there was somebody out there that could treat a handicapped person the way that, I'd like to be treated, my wife would like to be treated, maybe we could venture out there one day, have another job or something. But I hate to, make anybody feel like it was all we got to talk about. Like I said, it'd be like y'all, if y'all was having y'all's wedding day or slumber party or whatever. But we come out here and just tell everybody how our day is mainly and what's up with, what might be new. Right now, our new thing is Emily. Right now, she's our new. Our basically she's basically an adopted daughter type thing, and a mom like I wish I would have. Like I said, I wish I'd have had a mom like that was nice, and I mean my mom can be nice, but she has her moments, very much so, worse than Like I said, if it was something to come up, I know this sweet girl wouldn't do me like my mom has. if she would sit down there and be able to talk about it, and we'd come to some, quick resolution. And it's not going to happen that often. I can tell with the way my wife and this person's talking. And the way that she wants to meet me and brought me up about, and I had nothing to do with it. My wife didn't either. I said the most thing that's going to happen is everybody else in there, all the old people crowd's going to be jealous. All the ones that gossip and talk about all the crap that's on TV, that kind of crowd. But I said, if you get a couple of good compliments, and somebody says, hey, I didn't know you, I don't know what they said, but basically, in a sense, if they support you and you say a nice compliment, take it. Thank them. We got a couple of people, I think, that noticed today, my wife and this person, she had to go get some medicine of hers or something, too. So my wife got to see her for another few minutes or something before she had to go work. But anyway, I told my wife, let's capitalize on this. Let's keep it going. It may not, we may not be having, the staying the whole day together type thing just yet, but we're going to get there over time. We're going to get there. We're going to get some time to go maybe to the park at least or something small. Whenever this girl can, take a little bit of her vacation off, a couple of days here and there, we can plan some stuff out. Like I said, when she gets on break, we can definitely, she wants to go out to eat, so we'll definitely do that. Like I told my wife, she'll be buying us things before you know it. She'll be surprising us with stuff. So it'll all go out even. It'll be all even out. We're just glad that we can make at least one person's day and have something special, mean something to somebody. I mean, I'm not a big celebrity, neither is my wife, and we're not trying to come out here and do stuff like that. They're trying to say, oh yeah, I want to be one of these big things. It's a lot of trouble. You see it all the time when people get in trouble on TV and everything. So I'm sure we're not the only ones that have goals or have things in mind, but a lot of people ain't really that serious on social media. When you do find one that says, hey, I came across these people video and I like it. For some reason or other, they like it, and that's good. I mean, I hope for anybody else out there, if there's somebody else like us out there, maybe having the same thing. I hope if you're good people like we are and you're doing everything you can, hopefully you get some. I don't know you, but whoever you are out there, there might be another man and woman couple say, hey, it'd be kind of cool just to have a nice, lady or something, don't have much going on. We, if it worked out, kind of like what me and my wife deal is, Go here, honey. Go ahead. I'm going to eat. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just whatever you want to say. I'm going to eat. It's my wife, Jessica.
I had a good day today. Got on Facebook and a little bit of Twitter. But with my man said I found somebody special. I'm just going to take it slow and let her get used to me and let her get used to us. And I'm getting ready to dress my baby doll, so I'm trying to keep myself busy. And I went to the thrift store a little bit today. I got my husband a couple of things. It's just sparkles. Woo, woo.
You want to say hi, didn't you?
Uh-huh. And got my husband a couple of things. Made a couple of things. And got our bestie a couple hearts things that we got her. Well, I got her for free. These are her. They're little hearts. And I got you a belt for your pants because you said you needed a belt for your jeans. So I got you a belt. It's in your bag. So I have had a good day. So far I'm smiling. My husband, you don't usually see a smile on my face. She just brightened my day up. Thank you, sweetheart.
Give up.
I'm not going to give up on you, sweetheart. So Mama's not going nowhere.
I might have to cheer my wife up there once in a while, but no, that's all right.
I'm done.
Oh, I might have to cheer my wife up once in a while, like a few minutes, about an hour ago. I said, well, we're not going to get what we got with the other one, But if we do it a little bit at a time, and actually this way it drew up the way I want it to, so we don't just all say everything all at one time. You know what I'm saying? And then it get old or there'd be something there to say the next time. This time we found out that she likes her music. She liked Journey. She liked a lot of the stuff she heard in the Pig. She liked to sing. And the time before that, most importantly, now we know what her name is. Time before that, we knew how old she was. We knew that she had a job at the Pig. We, my wife and I, I didn't see her, but my wife was down there and she wanted to know where I was at. Said she saw a video. So every time there's been something, and it's nice to be able to kind of take things a little bit slow, because after seeing what we tried to do the time before with what I dubbed the crack whore, when we tried to be so nice and generous to give her a place and everything, and after all the things that she did up here, showed out, I kind of told my wife, I said, we need to make sure we get all the stuff out and we get, everything out of the way so that we can, see that we're going to be okay for the long haul, not have to worry about nothing a couple of days in or a couple of weeks. Any relationship's going to be tough on me. But, a little bit. But, the ones that can compromise the most and the ones that can have a good time. And, like me and my wife, we like to do things, cuddle, and every once in a blue moon, we might make out a time or two. Occasionally, it's not all the time. Nothing like that. But like I said, if there's, an area there, she likes doing. Oh, what are you doing?
I know, I'm going to get you a bath. I'm going to get you a bath in a minute.
Oh! Uh-oh!
I'll get you in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll get you in a minute.
Oh, you thought it was dressy time. Oh,
Yeah.
Here you go.
This is Peggy, and this is Vicky. My dog.
But yeah, she likes all my wife's stuff. Like I said, we buried all on video. I don't know which one she saw, but it had to be one of the most recent ones. So, this person knows everything. There ain't nothing to hide. So, it was easy. But as far as getting to know her, what are you doing? Oh, she's in one of her good moods. Dancing around. As far as me and my wife go, it's, we still got to know what her likes and dislikes are from her point of view. Obviously, she'll have the great bit in common, or she wouldn't have come out and just wanted to, tell us about her life. And you don't get that every day. So it does kind of make you feel somewhat special, and like I said, even though, a lot of people may not be for something like this, there is a lot of people that do take other things in, other people, help other people, feed, maybe on Valentine's, or not Valentine's, but, maybe one of those Thanksgiving things or something. I've watched some game shows before and seen, how this one family on that was on Deal or No Deal was saying they took, some of them people and gave them, a place to stay. They had a big enough place. It had a lot of rooms and stuff. They were helping them out, taking them in till they could find a place or whatever. But like I said, I knew the couple, man and woman couple thing wasn't going to work. I told my wife, she'd made it clear to me. So I don't just want a girlfriend thing. I don't want just a text buddy or whatever. I thought, well, okay, like I said, when I first started the whole thing, it wasn't anything I was thinking about at the time, but it just hit my brain after somebody had wrote me on one of them Facebook, one of them days I was on Facebook some 4 years ago, but, that one didn't get to happen, but anyway. Huh? Why?
There's a tent in another baby. It's so fun. Stop the dog.
Are you going to get her one?
I already got her one.
Oh, you already got her one?
I give her one my own one.
Oh, already? Oh.
Yep, it's in her bag.
Oh, it's in her bag.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I give her the one with the birds.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, but like I said, she won't know what to think, and like I said, we won't know what to think either. There ain't really nobody done nothing extracurricular for us either. I've been used. I'm not a big people person myself. My wife's tried me. You can ask her. She's tried me many times, and they ain't so friendly when they meet me. I like to know the person I'm talking to ain't looking at the phone, ain't staring down, wondering who's texting who, and the whole 9 yards. I've seen that. I've seen people will come up to her like I dubbed this one the crack whore. And the reason is because she used to do drugs. She used to be out there on the street, basically being a street whore. And she was 30 years old last year when we met her. And she had 2 kids, but didn't have no money, no car, and etc. The only thing she had her name was food stamps. And I'm guessing that her people had to have took her up there to get that done. She wouldn't do anything. And I don't know how them courts approved of what they approved of, but this guy that she had kids with, she accused certain things, said that he raped her or whatever the mess was, all that junk. I mean, we had to hear all this shit. There was just so much, and not that it's like I said, if it's something one time, even this new one we met, if you could talk about it and you can be yourself, which I have to feel I can be, then, I can work better that way. If you take responsibility for some bad choices you made, then I'm okay. But you come at me telling me I've got to get to I have to like your friends regardless of whether I met them or not, or those kind of things kind of come up, as long as I got to go out here and do this, as long as I do that. Well, when somebody does that, it's a red flag. You can't have no fun. You couldn't, this person was miserable. I've never seen anybody make me so miserable in all my life that I didn't know, But I didn't get around many people. Even when I was in school, I didn't go to no proms. I didn't go to no, in case there's anybody new out here. I didn't do any of that. I didn't play for sports, teams or nothing. I did everything for fun. I do the singing for fun. I could have probably been one of the next famous people out there doing his own stuff, but I ain't stingy. I'll put other stuff You know, well, for one thing, I wasn't out here driving a car, and I wasn't out here going to save up money to be the next Luke Bryan or whatever, you know, out there or whoever. If I were famous, I'd give the money to charity or something. I'd like to go out there and if I did ever get famous and was able to get him some kind of music job or disc jockey if I ever made it there, probably won't. But, I say it myself, I would teach these celebrities something. It ain't about buying all the new cars and buying all these big houses. You need to keep a little bit for your own bills and your own, your what you need, but you don't need to be out there blowing money. And the worst thing in the world when you watch this TV, the news, they always got somebody saying, "Oh, look at this one got married," and they leave each other after about a week or less, or just long enough to have a kid or something by them, and then they're gone. I mean, yeah, regular people do that too. Regular ones that ain't even famous, but it's bad enough, when they do that. I've been through it, I know. Even if I ain't been through something, I always go with what I know should be done in a situation. So if somebody like one of you guys came out here and asked me a question, I would give you like I'd give if you were my son or my own daughter. I'd give you the same advice, and I'd hope that you would apply it that way and not come at me saying, "Well, you have to be set on fire. You have to be thrown through a window just to, better be lucky I haven't." But I know that if I were, I wouldn't say, "Yeah, I've been through it," but I haven't. I was lucky that I was raised the way I was, and I was raised around people who at least drunk and smoked for sure. Don't know about the drug part, although my mom says they did some of that too at times. But anyway, I've been able to say for the most part, most people don't like it, but I already have something in my mind going to come out. I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer. I ain't even the best speller in the world, nowhere near it. But you know what? When it comes to knowing how people are, and what I've seen you a few times, or if I've never seen you, if you don't make good impression on me, I'll make sure you know it, one way or the other. And a lot of the stuff my wife tried me on was just due. She was in those places, like I said, in those states, and those popular. She couldn't help it. Man, that's where she was born. In Tampa, Florida. So, that's a pretty big thing. I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went everywhere, just about in Chattanooga that you could possibly go. Just about everywhere. But yeah, if this thing with Emily works out, and she's already said she wanted to take when she could, she wanted to take me, my wife, and her out on vacation, go somewhere. I don't care where it is. I know she ain't dangerous. She ain't out there going to make me jump off a freaking cliff, and, or nothing. But she's simple. She's easy. What I can gather, and she likes, everything she heard, and so when I make a video, I make a good one. I don't just make, I don't come on here to play games either. I had one ask me that one time. I don't know how to even get something like that started, but I like the old days. I like the days when you had Mario and all that stuff you could play. Used to when you bought game machines, it meant something. It wasn't so high and pricey, but you wouldn't mind paying whatever it was. Yeah, the games were not on disc and stuff. They were the cartridges, but if you knew how to blow it, and I can't make nothing whistle worth a damn, but I can't even whistle much. But if you did it a certain way and you blew hard enough in that certain way in that certain spot, where those cartridges were at, basically where it got the dirt and stuff in it.
If I give her
Well, I didn't know you had you. I didn't know you'd picked one out for her. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I didn't know. Um, but no. Yeah. If we get you know, we get this girl, and it won't like I said, we'll do whatever we do to pay her back, in a way to thank her because she don't have to do none of this, because like I said, it's not called for. You don't see it that often. My wife used to say, "Well, Derek, before we met this person, she's like, well, Derek, there's always people with that. It makes me feel bad, we can't have a little something." I said, it's probably just school friends. It's probably that whole thing, the old girlfriend thing or whatever. Yeah, it's funny, you don't hear the boys call themselves boyfriends, but you'll have these girls. I don't know what the fucking difference is. Ain't much. But like I could tell you just from the outside looking in, what I think the reason they call it girlfriend stuff, or whether they're trying to act like they're dating, or whatever, because they like to do the girl stuff. The guys, typically, if you take a guy and say, hey, you go fishing, go hunting, they might call you buddy. They might, they might get really attached to you, but they don't go, hey, you're my boyfriend. This is my boyfriend, my road wife, or whatever. You don't hear it. But when it's girls and girls only, you hear this. Oh, she's my girlfriend. This is, I went out to the mall today, and it's weird. I know now it's legal to marry, women and men and men or whatever now. But it's just like I said, though. It's like even if they're not going through and going to do that, it's like, oh my goodness, they can have like 10 people. That's what my wife was talking about. I said, well, it's probably just school friends, or maybe their families do a lot better than ours. Maybe it's 2 or 3, 4 sisters or something, or somebody across the road. Maybe they've got good neighbors. But I said everybody's time comes. My time came. My wife's time come. When she met me, none of her friends she went to school with was any count. Nobody in her family was any count. I run them all over, and they didn't like it. So my wife, she could tell you, she tried to put them over. She tried her best. So, she tried, but I said, well, I looked at it this way. And I said, well, if it were, probably 25 years ago, something like that, and you met me, while you was at school or something, if we had, met, I said, no, they didn't have all these dang kids running around. They didn't have jobs like they do now. And now I hear through the grapevine, as my gospel grandmother would have said, but she'd say, something like that. And I hear her now through the grapevine that now everybody's older. They want to come in here and they want to talk to old Derek. I don't want nothing to do with it now. Like I said, I want something new. I want something fresh. My wife wants something new, something fresh. I couldn't take it. It's too much to really explain and put out here. I'd be out here for 3 or 4 hours easy. Especially, usually when I go an hour and a half or something, that usually will do me. Especially when I talk, So, yeah, it's just like I said, there's a lot of stuff I could go over. I've shared a lot of this stuff out on mine and my wife's social media stuff. So it's out there for everybody to kind of know, and in episodes here and there. Just depends on what I hit on, what I'm talking about. But there ain't much more to talk about, when it comes to, like I said, I've had 3 jobs. I was put on one of them special programs in case this is new people watching. I've had, I've had jobs before where, this job program thing it got me, started. And at first, when I was 22, I'm 37 now. When I was 22, that's what I thought about. Man, it'd be nice to go out there and have a job, but it ain't so fun when you get laid off and get mistreated by the bosses. And some of them might say, and some of you might be like, well, you just go get another one. Yeah, it ain't that easy. I'm not a hard guy to please. If everybody left me alone and didn't want to be my friend or didn't offer me shit like that, because they've got people they could be spending their time with instead of spending time with me. As I found out, and even after I got with my wife, I worked I worked up here at Hardee's, cleaned and did tables, all kinds of stuff for them, parking lot, cleaned it, filled up the ice machines, you name it. I practically pretty well did it. Even swept the back, even though that wasn't part of my job description. I went back there at times and helped them with that. So, like I said, the guys that I got along with, and one or two girls are, older women, whoever they were, they liked me, knew how to handle with, how to deal with me. My first manager, boss, lady that was up here at the Hardee's, she laid down. The reason she hired me, she was looking for somebody like me to help her with parking lot, and that was mainly why she hired me, and other things like that they wouldn't be able to do to help them a little bit. They would be able to do the inside stuff more or less, but having me there as an extra hand, it helped, especially the parking lot. Or cleaning their outside windows for them. Like I said, I did things for them and everything. Like I said, I enjoyed my time there, even though, like I said, it didn't end very good. Of course, a lot of things was the COVID stuff, the old virus stuff hit as usual. When I get something always bad has to happen somehow when I'm working somewhere. So, they treated me bad there. They laid me off when they could have just had me outside in the parking lot. By this time, the first lady that was there wasn't there, Lisa. As this other lady, Beverly. The other one had health issues. I don't see her that much, but we still, she still hollers at us and talks to us when she does. But I don't go in Hardee's or nothing now. And I ain't spent a dime in there. I've been what I call retired for right now. It may be my last job. I mean, I may never work anywhere else. I don't know. Just like I said, it depends on the person. Just like I told my wife before, it depends on kids. Depends on, some of them will come up. I've had some come up and adore me. Even though they never met me, they just something about me. They like me. They'll come up. They'll talk. I've had 3, 4, 5-year-olds talk to me better than most grown people I've met up here in my life. Like I said, it just depends on you. It ain't about the color. It ain't about where you came from or nothing else. Just I take whatever you give me. If you make me feel good, I'll be sure to make you feel good. If you're treating me well, I just do it the fairest way I can. But, I'm not afraid to stand my ground. I'm not afraid to speak my mind and say whatever's on my mind. And my wife now, she's been with me long enough now. She knows pretty much what's coming. So if you treat me nice, I'll be the nicest person you ever met. If I feel you're trying to pull wool over my eyes, or you think you're trying to pull one of these tricks on me, no, you're not going to like what I have to say, And last thing I ever want to do is have to get physical with somebody, but and that's very rare that ever comes to that or anything close. But sometimes people will push your button. If you think for a minute that your own family won't turn their back on you, trust me,
They will.
and they'll drop your ass like that right there. They only take care of you because they have to do so. Because if they don't, the parents will be put in jail, and I'll tell you this, the kids will be put somewhere. They may get treated even worse. Or about the same. They don't know when these government people come in. You never know what might happen to them. But, they have to go somewhere. Everything ain't perfect. But I'll tell you this. If it ain't happened to you, be lucky. Better hold on to it. All I got to tell you. Because this thing that happened to me and my wife, it's, we're going to hold on to that because you don't get it. You don't get nothing like that usually. So we're hanging on to this. She wants to hang on, and we're hanging on with her.
Yeah.
So, again, that's no, no, not. And like I said, no. The last time my wife kind of, and even this one, it wasn't her fault. It was, this lady was just, up here at Family Diner was just telling her bullshit, and at the time we were trying to be. At the time we were trying to, well, she got her own self in trouble. She thought, but she got more trouble than we did. I was the one that got in trouble. Speaking of somebody got in trouble, it was me. I said, and I had nothing to do with it. I got up, I went to the bathroom, and this lady, I don't know what her name was now, but I remember what she looked like. And I was doing everything my wife could even tell. I was trying to do everything possible not to take it so literally serious because I was like, you just learn. It's not just the internet that teaches you this stuff. It's everybody. Even out in the public, who talks to you the best. Or, we had people that offer us rides, stuff to the store, and I cut most of that out. And my wife said, "Hey, if I told her, I said, if you're just too tired to walk or whatever, okay. If you think you need a little bit of a ride, all right, but we don't need 20 or 30 people coming out and offering the same thing, If we have no other option and somebody we don't know does that or does that for my wife and I, okay, we'll take it. If the other options are not available. But I ain't going to, it's just, you got old after a while. But, we're happy that, again, that something like this is able to happen. Might have been a prayer. It might have just been Danny up there. I mean, Danny definitely knows, If he were here in the flesh right now, we probably wouldn't even be looking. Now, he was really nice. But when he passed away, he couldn't help it. He was in good shape, good health. But when it's your time, your time. And, he was only 50. He didn't look it. He looked practically like he's 25 or 30, But, he would have passed for probably even 35. But, you just, like I said, it just, things happen, people change. And that's what changed my family when he passed away. They was, oh my God, a week, and everybody was already over. I couldn't imagine my own wife doing me that way. It would hurt to know that somebody would just, a week's all it takes, I mean, I don't mean for them to sit there and cry over me stuff. But I, like I did my dad, I talk about him all the time. I listen to the music he brought me up into. I watch TV shows. I mean, occasionally you'd expect your spouse or your bestie, really, and probably more so, if you're really that close to people. Just saying, I'm using me as an example. But if you're, somebody really, really close, yeah, you're probably going to tear up more, and you probably have that time. You might even get down there, and it might be something, that it's why are you doing this? Just, they're dead, they're gone. What the fuck does it matter? I mean, like I said, I've seen how my family treated Danny after he died. It killed me to know that his memory was not worth nothing but a week. And he deserved more than that. For all the hard work he did more than even I did. But he was always nice to his kids. He's always treated his kids with respect. Anybody I ever saw him come in contact with, he didn't get like me, and blow a gasket, but he could if he wanted to. I've seen that side of him, but very rarely. But he could do it. Now he might not get all stone cold, but he'll I remember one time. One of the funny things was that I was over at Dot's house, and Darren, I believe, was there too. It's me, Darren, Danny, and Dot. Dot was in the other room cooking, and Dot was getting mad at him or was saying something about the whole thing with the little teenage girl or whatever thing. I think it's what got brought up at the time. It wasn't his kid or nothing, and it was just one of the neighbors that had kind of known him from some past. And she'd had a kid, about 15 or 16 years ago at the time, or somewhere around there. And this kid was like 14, and she'd always come over and introduce herself. I found her to be an annoying piece of business. I mean, she talked up loud. You think, well, Derek, you talk loud? Yeah, well, you think me talking loud is something. Just do me and put her in that and have her going 100 miles an hour and then tell me what you think. I ain't never seen nobody talk so goddamn fast in my life. I one time, I usually I don't care for Monopoly and I don't care for cards, but if somebody wants to play it, I'll play it. But this one time, I just had to get up. She drove me nuts. I looked at Danny and I looked at Darren and said, I gotta get up. I gotta go. It's just no fun. She's just being belligerent in her discussion. She was way loud. She was obnoxious kind of thing. And everybody just kept going on and on and on about it. And I remember the time in very early on before even that happened, back to the story I was telling. Oh, that's pretty. Come here. You want to see Daddy? Come on.
Daddy.
Come on. You come see Daddy.
Come on. You want to see Daddy?
Come on.
Come on.
There, I'll put my stuff over here.
Go see Dada.
Come on, you want to see Daddy?
Go see Dada.
No, good. Oh, that's so warm. Say, my name's Dorothy. Daddy picks on me, but he just picks on me every once in a while.
There's Daddy.
Oh, goodness, she's so warm. Oh, yeah. There's Derek Jr.
And his new outfit.
Say, what kind of outfit's this? Huh?
It's a sleeper.
So you never give Mama fits, huh?
Uh-uh.
Hey.
I put both of them on.
This is what come off the one that I brought up briefly earlier, but this is what was worth for these things for $200.
But he's cute though.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's just it kind of feels good, just come out, have we don't have much else to do, like I said, so kind of come out here and doing this is as good as anything. Like I said, took a nap earlier and all that. I was just a little bit tired. My wife's where she sleeps is normally better. Mine, I don't know if she's ever slept on that side, but my legs are longer, but hers is a little bit shorter. But when I pull that thing out on my side, that thing feels like it sinks or something.
Well, you go first thing on my side.
Well, have you ever tried it? While I was speaking of it, have you ever done that? Have you felt that? Have you felt that?
Yeah.
Where
It
it
feels like it drops.
drops or something? There's something about that. I don't know what.
It drops.
I can't never hardly get my
I'll
spot.
sleep on this side now.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's like that cushion or something in there on that side instead of like where it's one of the things pops out. I don't know what it is. I noticed that. I slept like a baby over,
You can start sleeping on my
or at least
side.
as good as I can. I usually I'm not
You
one.
can sleep on my side when I'm home.
Oh, look at you, baby. Oh, look.
You want to get dressed?
Hey,
Ready breakfast at the
want to
video?
get dressed? Look at her. Did you fall over?
She went to sleep. She
Oh,
went to sleep.
poor thing.
She went to sleep when you did. She wouldn't go to sleep when she seen Daddy lay down.
Oh,
She went to sleep too. She went to sleep too. And her dude was snoring over it. It was her. She was over there snoring. She was out.
well,
Oh, Piggy, you ain't going to bed early tonight.
I will after I get dressed, Mama.
Yeah. Daddy, you can sleep on Mommy's side. Mommy will sleep on Daddy's side.
Yeah, it just, I didn't know if you'd ever noticed that, but I was like, I know. So they can still hear me. But, yeah, I'm just trying to kind of eat and talk at the same time. But, no, she's dressing a couple of her dolls and stuff. So, ate me a ham and cheese sandwich. But, oh, turkey. But it's all right. I mean, I don't like when I've had it, but I mean, man, I'll tell you if I don't like something. That and that beef kind, that roast beef kind. I don't know what they do, but it is the awful stuff that they put on that. I like the meat in the can and the beef, the roast beef in the can, but I do not like that sandwich meat kind.
Yeah.
Oh, it is awful stuff. I cannot. I feel like I was just gonna throw up. I got a weak stomach as it is. Well, she just lets you do all right, don't she? Yeah. Ever since I brought her home. But yeah, yeah.
My baby, she didn't do it without her. She always worried about Mama. Mama's gone.
Yeah.
Mama's gone. She knows.
But yeah, we was going to get us. We're probably here soon. She also will, so we're going to take a picture. So hopefully we'll all three get us a picture
Yeah.
together. Be nice, have something like that. Usually you don't get to do nothing special, make anybody feel good. If they make you feel good, it kind of feels pretty good knowing you got there and you get have something nice. I guess she's been telling people at her work, I guess. I don't know who they can be because most of them I know in there don't. Huh? Oh. Oh, and she's like me then. She goes there to work. That's what I'd say. That's why I like it. That's why I said I never would have had to leave parties. They just left me the hell alone. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Like if it were me, I would, not to knock people that have friends or whatever, but I just don't want anything part time. And my wife definitely don't. And do you know about what time she goes on break? 12. Okay. So, because I know it's about the time my wife usually goes down there. Has the last couple of days. So, yeah, I mean, it's, so hopefully I get down there and I don't know if she works all week or how she
Yeah,
gets.
she works on Fridays.
So she works Monday through Friday? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, so 5 days, so the weekend. So maybe,
Work on Saturdays, but
oh,
it's mostly off.
mostly, okay. So like I said, we could probably do something coming up, maybe she feel up to it on a weekend or something. Well, I have to see what she might want to do stuff with her mom. I don't know what she does with her mom. But, maybe that'd be something we could kind of work out, that a little bit here and there, and it give us a lot of time to kind of get to know, if her mom wants to. I don't know if her dad's there or not. Oh, her dad passed away. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But, at least, maybe we can here in the next week or two. However, we can maybe set something up like that, and do something like that. Be kind of neat. Have something to do for once to have to sit here all the time.
She loves me to death. She does. I'm the only one she'll talk to, or you.
Yeah,
I
you
ask
said.
about you all the time, where you're at.
Yeah, well, I've been at home.
She said, tell me I love me. She tells me she loves me all the time, so hug and kiss me.
Oh man.
I'll kiss her back.
Yeah.
People all like,
Yeah.
she's nuts.
Yeah, well, that's what the Christian crackpots are. They don't have. You can tell that they're either these people that just they're always.
She calls me mom, but
Yeah.
I don't care if she calls me
Yeah,
mom.
I don't either.
I don't care if she calls me
I don't
mom.
care.
That
I
makes
mean,
me feel good.
If somebody treats me this good, I'm not gonna make them feel bad. They came out and did something that most other people wouldn't.
Her mom was got cancer. That's why she hurt that girl.
Oh,
She's not paid for her treatment.
oh,
She
okay.
got that, that
She's
face
really
now.
nice too. Yeah, I can't.
Her mama's got really bad cancer.
She's doing that. That's pretty. Yeah, that's.
She's doing that for her grandma.
Yeah.
Passed away on.
So I mean, we'll definitely have to be there for her.
Yeah.
We'll
She
have
talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
Tells me about being
Her
there.
mom, that's pretty sad.
Yeah,
Almost,
her mom's in that nursing home.
almost makes me want to start tearing up on her. God dang. But anyway, yeah, so I definitely am gonna have to, I have to make sure we, are there because, she ain't gonna have much. Don't sound like very long. I didn't know all this till I started talking about certain things. She talks a lot apparently.
Yeah, she talks to me all the time.
So we know we got something good here, and just hope everybody kind of enjoys. I know. I don't like I said, if it's people out here,
I saw her mom the other day in the nursing home.
if there's people out here,
She tells her mom about us.
if there's people out here that don't know, we've got a Facebook. It's under my wife's name. So if you're just a good person or something you're looking for something extra to do, we go on there and put up polls on our group. And yeah, it's called 18 to 40 single, or whatever, ladies or whatever. But we've already found our besties, so I may have to go on there and kind of change that and edit it out or something. Put something a little bit different to kind of go with, because we done found her. So I'm not going to give up on something this sweet and this nice.
Her mom was home in the nursing home.
Oh,
She told her
What'd
mom
she do?
about me.
did she work there?
Huh?
Did she work there?
Well,
Oh,
at the nursing home?
yeah.
No, she's in a wheelchair. She's a patient.
Oh,
Her mom was a
so
patient.
she stays there at the nursing home.
Yeah, she's trying to help
How-
her with her treatment.
Oh, how was her mom?
87.
How could she be?
Well, she's younger. Well, she had her at 16, but she got sick. She's young, but she's sick.
Well, she wouldn't be 86. She'd be what, 40 something?
Yeah, 40 something. She's in a wheelchair.
Like I said, if we, sometimes, my mama, it was
Her
fun.
mom was in a wheelchair though.
Yeah.
Her mama recognized me. She told her mom about us. And
Oh.
her mom came up to me.
Oh.
At the nursing home. She hugged me, told me to take care of her daughter or something.
We got something to drink.
You just want chocolate.
I don't know. Yeah, I ain't had no hot chocolate today.
I had some earlier.
No, I've had soda. Well, now, yeah, there might be. Yeah, there was one cup this morning, I believe. Yeah, it was one cup this morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will definitely have to do this,
Her mom's in a wheelchair, so she can't walk.
Well, we'll definitely have to be there.
I go all the water.
Yeah, and so we'll have to take. Well, we definitely have to take this.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm gonna do.
She talks about it once in a while, but it hurts her.
Well,
It hurts
she
her, so
can always-
knows that.
she can always tell us.
You know,
I can understand if you've had a good,
her mama, she said her mama raised her very, very well.
Well, it's very rare to hear these days, especially for somebody 18. And that their mom took that, because a lot of times they just let these kids run around wild as a buck.
She said she got disciplined. She told me at home she got disciplined. She misbehaved.
I remember running. It wasn't terrible, but it was, whooping, time out, and apology afterwards. After that,
She talked to me about anything.
so
Anything.
I'm like I said, this right here is just a good way to kind of get to know. Like I said, I didn't know what all my wife. I'm just hitting spots. She just kind of fills me in every once in a while.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot to learn. And it's every time she goes. You'll be surprised what you can get out in 5 or 10 minutes if you.
Not really busy.
So I mean, if you're a good listener, I like that. And if you don't back talk me, I like it even better. If you just kind of, even if we don't agree, if you just take the politics and stuff and say, well, I kind of get where he comes from. I can see that. The religion thing, if you can kind of say, okay, I'll give something a try, but I don't promise you anything kind of deal. But, I don't beat you over the head if you're, one of these other things either. As long as I don't know about, your transsexuals and homosexual people, I don't beat you over the head
She's
with.
not a Donald Trump fan either.
Well, I ain't either.
She said she told me the other day she did not like Donald Trump.
I don't like him either. I know a lot of people say they do, but like I said, he, stuff like that, I don't like to really talk about because then it gets people, in an uproar. And, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I'll vote for the most reasonable person, but even the most reasonable up there, they're crooked either way. A lot of times you vote for somebody and then they do something, like I said, a lot of people it's just, that way. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of hardly nothing. So, I mean, just kind of thrills me to know what I know right now. And I know this feels right. This is where we need to be, and be there for us youngin' and keep our spirits up, keep her good. You know, stuff on stuff on the outside is what it is, but the inside's what you need. To be there for them, so they have to know. Yeah, so they know that you'll be there in the tough times. And when that day comes, I'm gonna tell her, and I'm gonna, wife will tell her there ain't gonna be another. If something happens to her, or something happens to me and my wife, whoever it is it happens to first, it's we need to be like, three peas in a pod. It's just whatever happens. We don't need to let our memories just die because the person's died, and then they go on and forget about us. We need to know that we're gonna, spend every day and do the best we can do, and make memories that last beyond our days here. So that way when our spiritual bodies are called up there to be judged, or however that goes, then God Himself will pick probably people, like I said, there'll be murders, there'll be other, but He can have all that. I'll go over here where I know the person is. Let me and my wife know. He can have all that if he wants it, but nobody ever is a saint, no matter how good you are. So it goes to show. But it's going to be definitely something like that. I think I don't think Nick knew I had all this in me. But I mean, like I said, if I knew I could have the floor, I'd be teaching a lot of these people something. Their mouths would be wide open. They wouldn't know what to think. But I'm not a big religious man, and I don't like to preach. But it's stuff. But if I was going to do it, I want to do it by the book and do it right. And I like to get to know the songs I don't know, even though they don't like to. I would like to. If I were that type of person, I just can't. I couldn't do something half-assed because I don't know a song. Oh yeah,
If you want me to do the Aaron verse, I'll do it. You don't like it,
Well, if we get our money, we're supposed to have. We're going to try to have a dinner for her, ain't we, Emily?
Yeah.
So I don't know if her mom will be able to come, but okay, well. But anyway, yeah, we've been on here a little while, so I'm fixing to. When I get my hot chocolate here in a few minutes, I'll end the video. That's all right. You go ahead and get your babies done. But anyway, I hope everybody that's watched this had somewhat of a good time. Like I said, I'm in the Atlanta Braves. We like the music. She watches her LMN TV shows. Her movie channel. Oh God. But she don't watch that much. I don't think much anymore. So either way, we just like simple stuff. Music. We'll watch our favorite movies. We got movies we like, things like that. And seeing what this new person will be like, see what she's into, what her likes or dislikes might be. I'm sure that most of them's favorable, but there'll always be something. There'll always be a one or two here Well, you just have to compromise, and say, hey, if it ain't drugs and it ain't alcohol and it ain't cigarettes, I'll be all right.
Fruit water.
So, I mean, like I said, her likes and dislikes and her TV shows and movies might be slightly different. But, if it's something, I can reasonably, I could see myself doing, compromising somewhere. As long as it, makes them happy. I can do that. It's just what annoyed me about the other one is that's all she did. Nothing different, nowhere to go. It's just, I thought, my God, you don't sit here. It's like, I've never seen it, except playing tickle tank with the kids. Like a Tickle Me Elmo or something. Like, God dang, I never got that much fucking attention. I mean, I'm serious. And people think I'm joking, but God, I mean, I'd be, maybe when I was first born, maybe the first 2, 3, 4 years, Darren wasn't here, but when my brother was born, I played with him. That was mainly, and held him. So I was, but I was supportive of that, and we were real close and real for a good while till things changed. He went off, got married, like all the usual stuff happens. So, so that's like I said. That's why I slid where it went. If my dad were still here, probably wouldn't entertain any ideas pertaining to it. He was really good. I mean, I just wish people could have seen him, but 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 I didn't. Well, like I said, my dad might not have liked. He might have been on somewhat of their side to start with, and he, like I said, like all of us do. I've done it. My wife's done it. Everybody probably has done it at one time or another. You say something or bring up something, and sometimes My daddy wasn't a gossiper, but he just.
Here you go, sweetheart.
It concerned him, and so he said something, and then my family took it and blew it out of proportion. So anyway, everybody does that. So anyway, that's life. So I mean, Yeah. What did Mama? Snowman. Say, Daddy.
Mommy put in something more.
Snowman.
There's Daddy's blankie.
What? Take a picture, won't we?
That's my girl.
But do you want to take a few minutes? Do you want to say a few more things before we end it? I'm gonna eat. Go ahead.
I just got done washing my babies down. The new ones I showed you, Vicky and Peggy. I have an aunt named Peggy, so I ain't seen her since I was a baby, though. But who gives a rat's ass? She don't ask about me, so on her. But I've had a great day. I mean, I'm just been smiling, dancing. Ever since she come talk to me, it shocked me at first. I was shy a little bit, but she understood. She didn't say rude comments. She could tell by my face a little bit. I didn't know why she was coming up to me until she was explaining. She saw the Twitter and Facebook videos that my husband posted, and she said, is your husband Derek Langman? Because she asked who my husband was. She recognized him at first. And she kept asking about him. And she goes, I just miss him. Where's he at? Where's that good, handsome looking man? And I said, he's at home. And she said, I miss him so bad. She said, I just loved it when he talked to me. And when she was doing the cash register, she said, "Your man was just so sweet." And it brought me, she was the only one that sat next to me and just talked like in a normal voice. I could cut up with her, I could love on her, we can tell each other we love each other, and she don't get mad about it. She'll hug you right when she sees me come in. If I'm by myself, she'll come up and just hug me and just start crying. I'll have to hug her talk, tell her, baby, everything's going to be all right. I'm not going to leave your side. Not till she calms down, she gets upset like I do sometimes, where you feel like you want to explode, but you don't. She says she's just emotional. That means happy tears when it comes out of her eyes. And I understood that because, some people take it the wrong way. They take you the wrong way. And she don't mean no harm by it. She said if she did something wrong, she would come up and apologize to you. She would make you, she would ask for forgiveness. I would do that for her because, if I made her mad, I would go and apologize to her. That's how a relationship is. You forgive that person that you really love, and I really love her.
My wife ain't seen that much out of me, but
no.
in this instance, I mean,
I really love this one. She's not like no other one I've met. She's made me happy. She's made me dance. I've been in a good mood the past 2 days, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a good mood the past 2 days, and usually I'm down and I'm depressed or, like my husband had to calm me down earlier. I was just so upset because, I missed her.
Yeah.
Because I missed her. He would hug me and say, baby, we're going to go see her, or she'll come and visit, But, he rubs my head and he'll calm me down or he'll rub my shoulders, rub my back. Yes, sometimes we do make out sometimes, but it's not all the time. But it's sometimes. And relationship is not always about sex. It's not. It's about the person that you spend time with. The person that you love. That's what Nick said in his preaching. He said, when you get in a relationship, you bring another person into the family. It's a family relationship. You get closer and closer. The more you get to know that person, the more you love that person. And he just opened my eyes too. He's a good pastor.
Looking at it from a different view from the asshole he had.
Nick is something special. If you guys want to hear real preaching, go watch Nick Harmon. He is the best preacher you can say that. That can really preach. I can sit there all day long listening to him preach. He's something special. Nick, thank you for understanding where I was coming from, buddy. I think that you and Danny are the ones that touched me. I could, like you said, I can, talk to somebody without, drama and stuff. I just think you and Danny touched, that certain person, because she wouldn't have come up to me like that. I didn't know, about her, who she was at first. Yeah, I didn't get her name at first because she wasn't wearing her name tag. She just come in because she overslept a little bit. But, Jean understood. She went and told Jean, I just overslept a little bit. She was tired from the other night. She worked a long shift. She was tired. You could tell she was tired. She was dragging. And I could tell she was really tired. Bless your little heart, sweetheart. But I'll see you Thursday evening, baby, around 12 o'clock when you get on break. Come to the deli because I'm going to buy you some lunch. Remind me, okay? So I don't forget, sweetheart. I love you. Mama loves you. Are you done?
Yeah. Both of them have that.
Oh.
But there we go. I was just gonna say too that to finish up, yeah, definitely Thursday. Be down there. to see you. And, you know, my wife, sometimes she gets on her walks. You never know. She may be, she may be down there before then. But you know, if it works out that you get to come up here and you ain't too tired or something, or maybe you know, we get, you know, and everything, then you know, if we get to see you before then and it works out, okay. Like I said, we know the last time, like I said, we, you know, with that other one, we got kind of, at first we got spoiled a little bit, and you know, we found out it wasn't so nice. But you know, it's just somebody wanting you to take what they had and make chicken salad out of it, and I couldn't, you know. And I can't brag on people I don't know. I'm not that way. I mean, think about that. You know, I'll give you credit if you're nice to me. I'll you know, that's how I work. But again, that's why my wife, you know, she never seen. You know, I used to have my neighbor, why can't you be nice to everybody? What? When did they ever let me be nice? You know, apparently the only one I'm gonna be able to be nice to is you know, my wife here, and then I got this Emily here. You know, so that's enough. That's all you need. And you know, but you know, like I said, this just wasn't an overnight thing. It's been going on for a little while, and you know, now we know we got something, so we're gonna make, you know, we're gonna make it with this, and it'll be enough. You know, like I said, it's nice to know when you meet somebody in person instead of off the internet. Now my wife knows, and you can make somebody happy, and you see them in person, it's easy. You know, so in a way, the internet here played a little part in it, but she didn't like overly come out. And, you know, I don't know if she had one. Somebody may have saw it. You know, for all we know, too, it may have been.
She saw it on her smartphone.
Oh, on a smartphone. Oh, she got a smartphone. But you know, so anyway, she didn't send us anything like a request or nothing. But you know, like I told my wife, it don't matter. She let you know, and she's come up to us, you know, up to her and let her know the whole deal. I guess she just, because I mean, like I told my wife, she probably thought ahead and said, well, I ain't gonna be able to get on there that much anyway, you know. So she just happened to get on there and was probably, you know, just on there for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever, and whatever, and saw parts of that video and got enough of it that, hey, I like this, you know, or whatever. So, you know, like I said, we can go down there, you know, or whenever my wife can. That'd probably be one of the things, you know. I mean, it might not be every day, but, you know, we come in there.
I'm not sorry after you get done with the video.
Huh?
I'm going to turn that on after you do the video.
Oh, loud. What was that? That old.
Washer.
Oh, God. Yeah, let me get off here. My God, when she starts that washer up, that thing sounds like it's going to blow a gasket. That thing's going to blow a gasket, so. Well, I'm about done anyway. Almost an hour and a half. So anyway, I'm going to let her go ahead. Let's go ahead and crank it up. All right. Well, we love you, and we'll see you later.
See ya, Emily. Love you, baby.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see you before Thursday, but if not, we'll see you Thursday.
Love you, baby.
Love you. And like I said, you're our daughter, so, you know, we'll take care of you, okay? You don't have to worry about nothing. So if you see this video, it's for you, too. And it's a big part of our video. I know some people may or may not like it, but it's all right. You know, it's for you. We'll see you later.
Bye, baby.
Bye, hon.